The days of the stethoscope, that's his wife, the days of the stethoscope may be numbered. An editorial in the journal Global Heart looks at advances that could make the 200-year-old instrument obsolete. More doctors are turning to these handheld ultrasounds because they say they can see inside the chest. Dr. Tara Narula is a cardiologist at Lenox Hill Hospital in New York. I just like saying your name, Tara Narula. Nice to have you back, Dr. Tara.
Thank you.
So are you ready to give up your stethoscope? Are these better, these ultrasound devices?
So this is the new ultrasound device that everybody's talking about. And basically, ultrasound uses sound waves to create a picture of what's going on under the body. And in many ways, it's complementary to our 200-year-old stethoscope, which we use every day as doctors. The ultrasound really helps us safely, efficiently, and quickly diagnose and treat patients. And now that we can bring it to the bedside, it's become a very useful adjunctive tool to our stethoscope.
So you use both of them together?
I think for now, we're definitely going to have to use both of them together. The ultrasound is still quite expensive. It costs thousands of dollars. You know, stethoscope only costs about $25 to a couple $100.
Yes.
And you need training in how to use the ultrasound. And so we need to have our medical students trained as well as our practicing physicians so they can interpret what they're seeing in terms of the images.
What does an ultrasound tell you that a stethoscope would not?
So when we use our stethoscope, we're actually listening and hearing sounds, whether it's heart sounds or lung sounds. But it's hard to interpret what those sounds mean. The ultrasound gives us a picture, and so that gives us a lot more useful information in terms of telling what's happening inside the body.
So why are some doctors saying today, I'm not giving up my stethoscope? It's hard for me to say that word, my stethoscope. Why are some doctors saying, I'm not giving it up?
I think everybody's very attached to it. It's a rite of passage in many ways. It was for me. You know, you get your white coat as a med student.
Yes.
I got my first stethoscope from my father, who was a cardiologist. I use it to this day. You know, so people are nervous to give up what we're used to. But necessity is the mother of invention, and the stethoscope, you know, came about out of necessity 200 years ago, and now we're moving towards something new.
It is probably one of the most important medical devices out there. The stethoscope and the blood pressure machine are standard. But do you see a machine like this, that the ultrasound, as being able to prevent more costly tests in the long run?
I think that's one of the criticisms, is there's concern that this might actually lead to more tests, and I think if you don't know how to interpret the images appropriately, that might happen in the beginning as people are learning to use it. But ultimately, being able to have a picture of what's happening can prevent you from having to get more costly tests.
Yeah. And imaging is exactly what's happening in terms of cardiology.
That's right.
You get a chance to look at the heart and see it beating and measure the pressure.
Imaging has been at the forefront of the changes in cardiology in the last 10 years with CAT scans and MRIs and ultrasounds.
All right, Dr. Tara Narula, good to see you again.
Thank you.